We finally have our Stanley Cup final, which means we have our final Stanley Cup playoff upgradable cards, 3 from the Vegas Golden Knights and 3 from the Florida Panthers. We're going to break down all of their attributes and abilities like we always do. Do want to mention that each win in the Stanley Cup finals will give each of these cards a +1 boost for a maximum of 4, bringing them up to 95 overall, but they will also get a +2 overall boost for winning the Stanley Cup, meaning that they will go from 91 to a 97 overall card. So let's take a look at each of these new cards. I feel like I should give my predictions real quick. I actually have no idea how this Stanley Cup final is going to go down. On one side, you have the 8th seed Florida Panthers, who have gone on an absolute incredible run, completely reviving Sergei Bobrovsky's career. Part of me feels like at some point they will just run out of Cinderella story. But then on the other hand, you have the Vegas Golden Knights, who have Aiden Hill in net, who, as a Sharks fan, I know pretty well, but he just has been absolutely electric. So I have no idea how this is going to play out. My gut feeling is that the Florida Panthers get it done, but I feel like this is going to go 7 games. All right, we'll kick things off with the 91 overall Carter Verhaeghe, 6'2", 180, the former Niagara Ice Dog. Love that. He's got Distributor and Thief, as well as Gold Unstoppable Force, which does make him a lot more interesting. If he were to get that +6 boost and jump up to 97 overall, we're looking at maxed out face-off rating, shot, hand stats, even body checking. It's the speed that really becomes the issue, because as you know, if you've been following along all year, when it comes to these kinds of upgrades, EA will only upgrade skating by 0.5 for every 1 overall boost, meaning that if they go up by +6, you're looking at about +3, maybe +4 in terms of speed and acceleration. Now, because he comes with a base 89 overall speed, 91 acceleration, 90 acceleration with Distributor activated, there's potential that he's got 93, 94 speed, maybe, depending on how things break if he is able to win the Stanley Cup. I've said this all event long. The people creating this content just do not pay attention to the fact that we have got such low speed skating ratings at this stage of the game that make a lot of these cards completely disregarded. Next up from the Florida Panthers, we've got the 91 Anthony Duclair. Skating will not be an issue with the Duclair card no matter what happens. At 91 overall, he's got 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 95 agility, and has gold close quarters, silver elite edges. Again, elite edges, I think at this stage of the game is not nearly as impactful than it is at the start, but gold close quarters definitely is. His body checking is relatively low, and without Unstoppable Force being 5'11", 196, he is going to get thrown around by pretty much everyone who has a decent D-core. If they do go on to win the Stanley Cup and he gets his +6 boost, we're looking at max skating, max shooting, almost 99s across the board, which could be interesting, obviously, if you are a Florida Panthers fan as well. And then lastly, for the Florida Panthers, we've got the 91 Radko Gudas. This is where it is actually frustrating, not just as a content creator who relies on, content being put out into the game, but as a player of this game. We are now about to enter into June, and this card has got 85 base speed. I get that Radko Gudas is not a fast player, but there is no way, shape, or form that this card has any value, even if they get the Stanley Cup and he goes up to a 97 overall skater. Because he won't be a 97 overall skater, he will receive a significant speed upgrade just because they have to go up if it's going to be 97 overall. We're looking at like 90, maybe 91 overall speed at 97 overall as a card, which is just absolutely brutal. This just screams select a random player, put the card out, but then completely ignore everything that they had been trying to do throughout the year, which is make these custom builds and make it so that it isn't just a blanket plus whatever upgrade throughout the year. It's extremely frustrating, again, as a creator, but more as a player. I feel like everything about NHL 23 has gone backwards, and I know we say that every year, but this is legitimately true about every aspect of this game, highlighted by things like this, the 91 Radko Gudas. So I actually went into roster mode and put this to the test. I tried out Connor McDavid at 99 speed from goal line to goal line, and he crossed it at about 5.8 seconds. Radko Gudas at 85 speed, on the other hand, he was able to get across the line at about 6.5. Now, that doesn't seem like a large difference, but when you consider that most defensemen start back skating and then turn around, with the forward already at top end speed, there's no shot, even if they had to go end to end, that you'd be even close. On to the Vegas Golden Knights, we've got the 91 overall Riley Smith, 6'1", 185 with Thief and Applesauce. He's got gold close quarters and silver elite edges, so this is essentially the Vegas Golden Knights version of the Anthony Duclair card. However, he's just much slower. 90 speed, 90 acceleration. Even with the boost up to 97 overall, we're looking at about 94, 95 speed. Everything else should be in the high 90s or 99 overall. Body checking will be in the mid 90s, however. And again, without any unstoppable force ability, if you're someone that tries to play the game at a competitive level, this is going to be a tough card to use no matter what. Nicholas Hag is up next. The 6'6", 230-pound left-handed defenseman. He's got gold bouncer and silver shutdown. Much like Radko Gudas, 88 speed and acceleration. I just don't know how we are supposed to be excited about that at this stage of the game, because it is not like these cards are cheap. It'd be one thing if you could get each of these cards for 20, 30,000 coins, but that simply isn't the case. If they do get the boost and win the Stanley Cup, you're looking at about 93 overall speed and acceleration, and at 6'6", 230 on the back end, that might be okay. And silver shutdown is a very nice ability that is going to help defensively as well. It all depends on what his skating actually upgrades to if they were to win the cup, if it's going to make this card a valuable one or not. And then lastly, we've got the 91 overall Ivan Barbashev. He's got buzzing as well as protector with gold stick 'em up and make it snappy. Gotta say, stick him up on a center. It does have a little bit of use, but not nearly as much as some other offensive ability. 90 speed, 89 acceleration. He's 6'1", 195. Same situation. We're looking at 93, maybe 94 overall speed and acceleration. Agility and everything else will be at 99, however, for the 91 Ivan Barbashev. They also released more Nations of Hockey cards following the World Championship conclusion. Just want to point out this 93 Kasperi Kapanen from Finland. He's got Thief as well as Light the Lamp and Protector, but always one of the better Hockey Ultimate Team cards. 97 speed, 97 acceleration, and 99 agility with mid-90 shooting. If you are still looking for a non-MSP type card that you can throw in your lineup, this Kasperi Kapanen be on the lookout for, because he's got almost max skating and he's 6'1", 194. Want to thank everyone for watching the video. Be sure to check me out on Twitch. I go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm live all day, so make sure you come by. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.